Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the SideBite Element Future Digibyte OG. Alright guys, so I'm not going to dick around. Before we go any farther, I'm not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? Yada yada yada. No, you shouldn't. If are you dumb motherfucker? Blah blah blah. So if you do choose to take my advice and you choose, when I pull up the charts, choose to make an informed and educated decision while you're a grown-ass adult, to your money, to your portfolio. If it seems like a good bet, we'll make it. If not, we're doing nothing more than gambling and trying to make the right investment into the future. So, without any more being said, let's get into the charts. So, it's like what I was saying yesterday with these. I feel like, and I drew it out yesterday, you can go back and watch the later video last night. I drew something out like this, where it made the W. And then we would do this, and then we would hook around at like 49 cents, and then we'd come back down. That's what intrigued me, because it's following that. And like I said, we have an outlier. I'm like, this isn't, this isn't a 3 hour now. This is taking shape. I just happened to see it before all this happened. I happened to see it way back in like this region. It caught my attention. So I think we're going to have a nice little, I could see us going up to 50 cents with those. Like I said, it's a gamble, but we have an outlier. Like I said earlier, when this was at 9 or 10%, now you can see what I'm talking about. H-bar made that beautifully. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, and Doge's is just bigger. Nah, maybe not bigger. But even if it does what H-bar did, guys, that puts Doge up around 43 cents. So I could see a targeted move up to 42 being completely possible. But I think 44 would be more likely, because 44, all in there was its old resistance point. So you see Bitcoin starting to pump. XRP was down to 88 cents when you guys seen my video. I'm telling you, they're all making this W, guys. That's what it looks like to me. It just looks like they're all going to do this. You can't go straight down. You're going to have some kind of rally. Consider it a relief rally if you want. Like I said, that's what stuck out to me. Now we go down and sideways consolidation. Then we're going to bounce off this, but it's going to end up turning into a W wall. And with XRP, we're not going to go way up there, but that's what I'm saying. There's the potential that you could double top, but I don't think so. I think it'll just be something like this at the resistance line of 128. Somewhere in the 124 or 128 range would be where I would say this is going, if I had to guess. Now, sure, could we be forming a cup and handle on all of these? Absolutely, guys. And that is something I'm also watching. Could that be the start of a handle? We come around, then we got to do the cup and handle, and then we pour out. Because technically we were up around the 160 range. I could totally see that happening too. So we got a few different scenarios we got to watch out for, but these could certainly be the start of a cup and handle. Especially the more and more data that keeps coming in. I mean, it absolutely could, because then, if you look at it, the W could form, right? And then it would come down sideways and consolidate, and then go up. And then it would pour out right here, and it would be perfect. Because then you could actually do the handle, come around, come up, get a quick pour out the top, and then before you know it, you're back down here, breaking down all the other levels. I could totally see that. And usually a cup and handle forms at the right side of a W going up, and then it forms a bearish trend, and then you're back where you started. That's why cup and handle's traditionally bearish. That's what it looks like to me. I could be crazy, guys, but that's what I think is going to happen. Maybe not all the way up. Like I said, it might not be a cup and handle. It might just go like this. And you might get a kick up like this, But I'm just saying, I can feel it in my genes that something's about to pop. And this is nothing more than a shake-up. It's a relief rally. Everything got so cheap. You guys know I bought 7,300 Doge at 0.337 something. So, it did go down on me just a tiny bit from where I bought in. But obviously now it's back up. But I'm looking at H-bar, that's the outliner. So if we are doing a cup and handle, I'm pretty sure we're already doing the W, like I said. But it's just a matter of, are we coming up to the 3 spike kind of thing? So if we are, we'd probably only go up to 28 cents with H-bar. But it would push out. Once we got up to here, you'd push out, come sideways and up. Then you'd break off. I don't even think you'd get to 30. But if it's a cup and handle, we're going to learn right now, guys, with this one. If we have a cup and handle scenario, we're going to watch it come all the way around. And like I said, that would be your cup and handle scenario in all of these. But, you know, this one would have like that 32 cent. I'm telling you, it's not out of the realm of possibility. That's what I was saying yesterday, that I could see a potential cup and handle forming. And then it would just sucker the last few sets of people and build that wall high enough to crash down through all that lower support. That's all we're doing. We're going to get higher resistance points. Get these on the fringe sellers so that we have a bigger wall coming down. We're trying to clear every zone out. And then on the way up, it's going to be, you know, when we're finally ready. But there's some profits to be made here, in my opinion. So I'm going to leave you with that so that you guys can actually take a look. I think DGB, you know, they're all doing the same thing. DGB in this scenario would get up to no less than 9.2 probably. Because look, you're coming up to the top of the W, guys. Right here, you'd be coming up to on every one of these patterns. Just put your right in the middle of that W. That's where you'd at least come up to and figure it out. If it's a cup and handle, we're going to come up to like 10.5 DGB, which is like 33%. So that's a good move. With Zill, if we're doing a cup and handle, we're either coming up to 14.2 if we're just doing the W, or we can come up to like 17, 18 Zill. I don't think we're going to go that high, though. I think it's more likely we're forming a W up to right here in the 4 hour. Or in the 3 hour. It's going to be interesting, though. But those are your price targets, guys. If we're making this pattern like I think we are, you know, you'd get at least probably... I mean, you could get a 10 cent push on XLM. But if we have a cup and handle, you know, that's different. Then we're going up to 67 before we come back down. But I just don't see them bouncing that high, that's all. I would not look for those top numbers. I would look for the conservative numbers, like with Doge. Conservative number with Doge would be right around 42, 43 cents. Right around right here. Then if we did a traditional cup and handle, you know, you're talking 50 cent Doge. Easy. But I don't think it's going to go that high. I think if anything, you get 44 cent Doge and then it just comes back down. But still, that's 10 cents. I'll take that. That's, you know, what is that, about 27%? I'll take that on 2,500. I'd be very happy. V-chain, it's the same thing. And if you're going to take a chance, these are bare bottom prices. And you'd be looking at 13, 14 V-chain if it comes up here. But then if it's a real cup and handle, it'll come up here. But we have an outlier, guys. We can watch H-bar and see what it's doing. H-bar already proved that what I'm saying is right. So if I would have said this earlier, H-bar was at 21, I would have said if it's coming up to here, it would have come up to 27. But if it's a traditional cup and handle, it'll come up to 31. So now we can just watch H-bar. If it goes sideways and up, well, then we know we got a cup and handle forming on all these patterns. I kind of have a feeling we already do. But you're going to get this outlier. That's why I like outliers. Remember last time H-bar told us what was going to happen and we got to ride the train? Where's Litecoin? With that being said, oh, baby, with that being said, you guys can see me do what I do. I'm going to put some in Litecoin too. This is a chance for me to grow our community's wealth. This is what I do. When I see opportunities to put the donation money in, I'll try to increase it so that I can keep adding to what I need to add. So I don't even know how much, 900 maybe. 1,002, all right. So it's gonna cost me like $16. So $9.86. Son of a bitch. $9.82. $17.68. I don't even know how many Litecoin that said I got. 5.59 Litecoin. The funny thing is when it was higher priced and I had the same amount of money in it, well, obviously I've been spending money, but I had less Litecoin, but I had like $1,300 in value on here. I had like 4 point something Litecoin. So definitely, that's fine. So now I got the 5.5 Litecoin. So if you guys are wondering, I'm going with 5.5 Litecoin on my PayPal. And 7,370 something Doge at 336 on my Uphold. That's it. I'm not buying anything else. So I've got about $3,500 right now in there. So if we get a nice 20-30%, I could increase my portfolio by about $900 to $1,000, which would be great for when all these drop back down. I'm telling you, we're setting up for something, and I already see the outlier, H-bar. So I don't think H-bar is done either. I think it's going to do this sideways and up consolidation. And if we get lucky, maybe we could take a bigger ride, but I wouldn't bet on it. This is just one of those quick flip ups that you need to have, you know, after any big move. So guys, I'm gonna let you guys figure out what you're gonna do with IOTA. You know, it's the same thing. If we get a moderate move up, you're gonna get to like 145 IOTA. Best case scenario, it's a cup and handle, and you get up to 190 before we crash back down. Because guys, look at the top of the pattern. There is a W. So it kind of leads me to believe that we might be in for a cup and handle. Just on the down low, we might be looking at these cup and handles, because at the top of these patterns, if you notice, there's big W's. So I'm telling you, we're going to break some major levels. We just got to come back up and gather all the resistance points. Algo, it's the same thing. I mean, just look out. There's giant W's on the top of the pattern. And then there's an M, so it's this guy's. So with Algo, like I said, top of the cup and handle, you'd be looking at 150. If you're just looking for the moderate push-up to form this first part for the W, you know, you're right around 120. That's what H-bar's at right now. So XRP would, you know, under H-bar scenarios at 128. Doge and H-bar scenarios around 42 to 44 cents. Just so you guys know. Well, maybe not 40. Nah, it'd be about 39 cents for Doge. XRP would be at about the 124 level. Possibly 118 because it fell down a little bit. XLM in this scenario with H-bar. Where's XLM for price? 40. You probably have like 44, 45 cent XLM. And then if it went up to the top of the handle, you would have even bigger. Or not 34. You know what I mean. Actually, I take that back. If we just come up to this point like the rest of them are trying to do, like H-bar, you'd have like 53 cent XLM. Then if you go to the top of the, you know, make a cup and handle, we're coming up to 68. But that's best case scenario. Just keep watching H-bar for the outlier. Because right now it's at the top of this pattern. So if it kicks up and we end up doing the cup, they're all going to do it. Bitcoin's doing it. They're all doing it. I'm telling you, Bitcoin was working on something special for one more relief rally. And I could totally see a cup and handle up to 44, 46. So guys, if you want to keep getting updates like this 24/7, no matter what time of the day it is, because at least today I don't have a class, so we're not going to have any interruptions. But for $9.99 a month, you can join the exclusive and elusive T-Fam. Join Tom's Army. We have 84 active members that have subscribed at $9.99 a month. Our first goal, subscriber goal, is 100, and that would hit us at 10% of our goal. We have a astronomical goal in this community of hitting 1,000 subscribers in Tom's Army. So for $9.99 a month, you not only get to be the envy of every YouTube community, because you will be, but you'll be able to be here at the ground level, because if you get in for the first 100, you know, you're considered OGs, and you never know down the road what can happen. So I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Pay attention to these charts. If you want to take a gamble, which isn't even a gamble because we're already down 60%, 70%, I would jump on it now. I did. On Litecoin, you've seen me do it just now, and I'm already on Doge. So it's either going to be a cup and handle and we go up some 40%, or it's going to be a simple, you know, quick hitter and we'll probably go up 20 to 22%. So watch H-bar because it's already started. It's up 18%. And if H-bar gets into the 30, 32 cent range, well, you know, that's where this pattern ends. But if we do a true cup and handle, you know, H-bar would be up at 34, 35, you know, so we'll see. We'll see. So stay blessed and stay true.